I'm kind of ready.
Well, you better get ready because this is Sort of My Podcast. Hello, everyone. My name is Vincent Herman, Vin the Human. Sitting to my right,
Bob Collins, Boba Fett, and on the other side of him,
James Odle, Alpha Spectre.
Right across from him,
Travis Herman, Dr. T. Neal.
Now, before we get into this whole thing, guys, go over and like our Nerd News page, Sort of My Comics on Facebook, and follow Sort of My Podcast on Instagram. Check out Subject to Change Entertainment on Facebook and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channels and our SoundCloud channels. You're checking this out somewhere. While here, why not like, comment, and share? Sharing is the best way to get us out in front of people. And, of course, all of our personal social media is down in the description below. We are live from Tricon today. That is awesome. We are the official podcast of Tricon. I'm pretty excited about it. I've had a pretty good time at the show today, guys.
It's been a good day so far.
Eventful day.
Anything in particular that you've seen around the con floor?
Xenomorphs.
Xenomorphs.
Pretty rad Xenomorphs.
And they're here right now.
Oh
my God. Luckily, they are friendly and they keep to their word. They promised they'd be back around.
They kind of enjoy
someone's
what we're
not
doing.
having a good time, that's for sure. Bob, I like that shirt, man.
Thank you.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Oh, I bought it on Amazon.
Wait a minute.
What?
We've all got shirts now.
We're starting to get kind of official.
But wait,
There's more.
It's really
I
awkward.
followed them on Instagram.
Well, that's
Is that some famous guy that said that?
It
no, just
absolutely is.
some dipshit named Bob Collins. But yeah, we made some shirts. If you guys are interested in these shirts, let us know in the comments down below. But I deserve that. But we're going to go ahead and jump into this thing, guys. First, we're starting out talking about trailers. The Luke Cage Season 2 trailer came out.
Awesome.
It does.
Right?
It looks fantastic. It seems like Luke's gained some celebrity since
He's
the last
kind
show.
of come into himself a little bit more
Yeah.
He did what?
as Power Man.
Yeah. I love that people are still trying to shoot him. You get that part of the trailer where he's like, really, guys, you know we'd have to try it, man. That was epic. But we also get introduced to the new big bad in this one, the villain of this, who's called Bushmaster.
Yeah.
I actually did some homework. Apparently there are two Bushmasters. The first one, John McIver, first appeared in Iron Fist Volume 1, number 15 in 1977. I guess he was a Magi crime boss and was eventually confronted by Maggie or whatever. Was eventually confronted by Misty Knight, Iron Fist, Power Man, all that. But due to an accident with Power Man, he ended up becoming living metal or something like that, which eventually led to his death. What the fuck is living metal?
Unliving metal. I'm not
Unliving
sure.
metal? Yeah.
I'm honestly not sure.
Kind of like when you kill metal and it comes back to life.
So is it like zombie metal?
It is.
Like symbiote, I would think.
I want to start a band called Zombie Metal. That would
Zombie
be fun.
Metal?
Unliving metal.
I'm pretty
sounds
sure
like
that's
a
probably
band.
already
Unliving Metal does sound like a band.
Right?
Well, the second Bushmaster, Quincy McIver, he first appeared in Captain America 3:10 in 85, and I guess was the younger brother of John. He lost both of his arms and legs in a boating accident while trying to avoid the police, and eventually the Roxxon Company used their resources to graft bionic arms and legs onto Quincy's body. And gave him a long, not legs, they gave him a long bionic snake tail for legs.
See,
transforming it.
reasonable.
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of going to be a play off of that version, just without the serpent tail, because we've already seen a lot of stuff with the Roxxon Company in the Netflix shows.
Well, yeah, and I was going to ask you guys, which one of these guys would you want to see more? Honestly, I'm far more interested in a bionic serpent tail.
Well, because we've got the blueprints pop up for Misty Knight's arm, and all that comes in, so we know that
I kind of forgot about Misty Knight's arm, and I'm so excited for that again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Such a weird moment in a show when you're rooting for a character to lose an arm.
No, just like a hot tub time machine. He's like, you're gonna lose that arm. Just wait
is this
for
it? Yes.
It's like that episode.
And then
or
they saved him.
I don't think it was even on an episode. They were talking off mic one time.
No,
They
it
were talking about
was
if
a
they did-
movie pitch
If they did
during
like
serious shit for Nick Fury and how he loses his eye.
Yes.
You just keep waiting
Yep.
for that moment and waiting.
And it's got to be a rom-com.
Yeah.
But,
But I really think that
whole
this
mix.
season of Luke Cage is going to be way above and beyond what the first season was. And the first season was great.
yeah. Now, is someone watching the comments just to make sure?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Almost.
I didn't think to tell someone to do that. And Trav, make sure that you're sharing this. Moving forward, what are we doing? Trading hats?
I gotta take that off. It's
All
hot.
right.
I can't talk very loud.
Right? Bob was actually like passed out backstage
I
within
was
the
asleep
mask.
in the last.
Misty night.
Are we live yet?
We're gonna have to do a weekend at Bernie's with him on the podcast. Carry him around like, hey.
Well, okay,
That'd be a
we also
cosplay.
got a first look trailer at the new Deadly Class show that we've talked about a few times on the
Yes.
podcast. This actually looks really good. The characters look and act
Yeah, I was
spot
like,
on.
the casting,
Great. Yeah, it seems to
And
be.
they're all no names.
Yeah, and it seems to be as
That's
much
the
of an
best sometimes.
adaptation as
Yeah.
you could possibly want from something like this. I mean, we've all. How far have you made it?
How far have I made it?
Yeah.
I
'Cause
can't
I
really
think
say
you're the
without
furthest
spoilers.
behind.
I don't really know the number.
The
I know
volume
the
three.
part where I left
You-
off.
Yeah.
You've read the first
Oh my
4
God.
volumes. You've read all that I have.
Oh my God,
There
BB-8's
goes
here.
BB-8.
You can't see it.
Yeah,
but he's here.
but they know that we
Just
can
take our
see it.
word.
Yeah.
We can describe it to you in
yeah.
detail.
But all of us here have some clout with this Deadly Class book, and I
Some
think it
more
looks
than
great.
others.
Yeah,
I read the first one. No, I read the first 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I've read.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I think I've read everything except for this newest arc.
So who
Yeah.
are you shitting on right now?
Exactly.
Okay, fine. I'll take it. I don't care. Yeah, no, it looks really good. Odle, being totally caught up on this thing, what are your thoughts on this? I want to get
Honestly,
specifics.
And especially with the Russo brothers being involved.
No
the character-
spoilers, but yeah.
Like, I mean, this is just a first look. based
Spoilers,
on,
there's a class of people that are deadly.
Oh,
Well,
man.
like the characters,
We're
they
gonna
all
get a
look
cease
great.
and desist.
Saya, Marcus, like, shit, I can't think of his name.
Who?
Yes.
No, Marcus's best friend.
I don't know.
Oh,
it's been a long-
green-haired guy?
No, not green hair
No,
guy.
the green-haired guy is not his best friend.
That's the punk rock Asian dude.
I
That
don't
sounds
know.
like the name of a
first
band.
one
I
he's
don't
paired
know.
up with, the first one he's paired up with
Yeah.
to take on
I
the
can't think of his name.
His
But-
family is a bunch of gangsters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's like
Okay.
telling
But
everybody how hard he is,
they-
but really he's not.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
all look great. But I'm especially excited about Benedict Wong. playing
yeah.
Oh, is he? That's
Playing,
actually-
One playing
Headmaster.
Headmaster Chow. Is it Chow?
No,
Cho?
Lee.
Cho.
You?
Headmaster.
Headmaster Chinese
Whoa.
name.
You know, watch that one. Yeah, no, but it looks like a really good show. Another new trailer that came out, so everyone's popping off on this one, is the Fallout 76 trailer.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere. Honestly, I didn't expect them to put it out so soon because they made that announcement, like the please stand by announcement, and then boom, next day,
Yeah,
Well,
it's out.
Didn't
I
they have like
kind
a
of
24-hour stream of just the bobblehead and a please stand by?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they got like, I can't remember what the number was.
a
It was like,
ridiculous amount.
almost a million.
Oh yeah, no,
people
everyone
staying
was
free,
going
like staying
nuts.
constant
But
for the whole 24
That
hours.
doesn't
Oh,
surprise
they
me
were-
that they
they were
put that
standing
teaser
by.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, as quick as they did, it doesn't surprise me that they put it out. Like
well, with
20 hours later, roughly.
Yeah, with E3 right around the corner, we might get some more information there, and that's
Yeah.
why they felt maybe this was the time to do it. But there is, of course, a lot of speculation running around. What is this vault about? What are we getting into here? I actually got a little bit of a scoop from a friend of the podcast, Cody
Awesome.
McCollum. He's
Macaulay Culkin?
Macaulay Culkin.
Yes.
He Kamala Culkin. Kamala. I don't know what that is.
Come on,
That's
your
a-
mama.
Hopefully you can still hear me. I don't know. There's an announcement going on right now.
We should probably let it pass.
Yeah, we'll let it pass, I guess.
It sounds like we'll probably get interrupted again in a few minutes.
It's just that time to run the band.
They can just assume it's an
Yeah.
entity speaking down.
Right. We're hearing from the Tricon gods right now. But anyways, this guy's into all the Fallout stuff. Like he gets real deep on it. And he came at me with all this. Apparently, a lot believe it'll be set in maybe West Virginia because of the John Denver song.
Yeah.
But also, Vault 76 was mentioned in Fallout
Yeah, I was
3.
about to say
as being just outside of the DC wasteland, so it might be near Washington, D.C. We've got Bethesda calling it Operation Mountain for the longest time, which gives you more of a clue. Maybe it'll be
like in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
Be in our neck of the woods.
Right. Yeah. Why not?
Well, I mean,
actually,
the mountain chain spans most of the East Coast.
Love to see a Portsmouth, Ohio in a Fallout game.
It will look no different than what it does now.
It is exactly just a port. They just took some pictures and slapped it.
Hey, that building ain't abandoned. That's my house.
They wouldn't have to change anyone's look in Portsmouth. They
Not at
already
all.
look like mutants.
When did you become the controversial one on this podcast?
Someone has to be.
Vault 76 was also mentioned in the Citadel Brotherhood of Steel terminal. I meant to say tournament there for a moment. Terminal as a control vault set to open 20 years after it was sealed. Right. And the date on the Pip-Boy in the trailer says the 27th of October, 2102, which is the 25 years after the bombs fell and 6 years after it opened. So
maybe it took them 5 years to get the door open.
Yeah.
Like maybe it was lucky or something.
This next part is what I'm excited about.
Yeah. Which part? The confetti here? Yeah. Which is why the vault is empty, by the way, because it opened 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's also hinting it's already been opened. He's there alone. Okay, I don't know what you were talking about then. I'm trying to go with it. You threw me off.
Prequel.
Damn it. Oh. So that means this is also a prequel taking place 59 years before Fallout 1. Not to mention the model of the Pip-Boy is a 2000 model, and that's the same one the Vault Dweller and the Chosen One use in Fallout 1 and 2.
Now, I will be disappointed if there's not at least some kind of mini game that you can play that takes you into like Fallout 1 style or something.
Yeah.
I heard a really good theory about what the whole storyline for this game. Because you said it's been mentioned before, Vault 76.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the story about it?
No.
It's supposed
not
to be,
specifically.
There was like, somebody said that they were hoping it would be where, apparently it was mentioned in a vault where there was 500 people, I think, that all killed each other in the vault. And that's why, like, that might be just the one guy left.
Oh, wow.
And he's living in the vault and, like, still living there.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I kind of heard that. And I was like,
I heard some theory about it being set in... You're just going to stay in the vault, and it's supposed to be an MMO.
I doubt it.
I heard it was an MMO.
Yeah, I heard so. That does not sound... I don't want that.
I've heard.
Wow. The gods are angry with us.
We're missing the Graham Nolan thing.
Well, we're here to work.
He's back from lunch, so go get an autograph from the Underworld creator.
I'm going to take a nap.
From the Underworld creator. Gotta love that.
Anyway, I've also heard the rumor about this being more, not necessarily MMO style, but like online play.
Okay.
Which there's been.
But what would you do if it wasn't MMO? Like, how would Fallout translate it all outside of an MMO if it just
Maybe
had
if it's just
online?
a one survivor, it's just a big game of solitaire. Solitaire, like Minesweep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure,
like,
why not?
it would be interesting to see. Well, you're not one survivor. You're the one survivor of that vault.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if you're that one survivor of the vault and you don't leave that vault, it's just you playing solitaire the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
More or less. It's like jerking off in Fallout.
What kind of shenanigans? No, I think it'll be like if you're stuck in the vault the whole time, it's probably going to turn into like a last man on Earth. You're going to do like everything you possibly can. Start like putting like...
You'll steal stuff from the White House.
Right? Yeah, just across the...
Every single task is you're just painting shit onto billboards.
Yeah, like in 007, I think we just sat in a room with paintball guns and painted the walls. You get bored when you're stuck in one place.
Moving on from that, though, Cobra Kai got a second season.
Oh, wow.
It got
Not
real popular. I
surprising
think
there.
like one day in, it got a second season. We're not
blowing-
really going to elaborate on that further because I'm the only one
It's a
who's
great
seen
show.
it all the way through.
It was blowing up on YouTube, though. I think every time you get on YouTube still, that'll be like the first advertisement.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the only show they've got worth a damn, too. Because I looked through that catalog, and it's just crap.
Oh,
You would
really?
think as much as we've talked about this, we all watch it.
Yeah.
I think we
But
all
Quail
want
Man,
to.
that's a Quail.
I'm the one
That is
who
a great
writes the
Quail
show,
Man.
and so as many times as I can mention Cobra Kai, it's going to be in there. Guys, it's awesome. It got me to switch beers from Budweiser to Banquet, to Coors Banquet. So,
That's what the Karate Kid does for you, right?
yeah, it took me from a family beer to drinking like Johnny Lawrence. And so,
And living like him.
That's a sweet Kylo.
a little bit.
Living like Lawrence.
But Rick and Morty also got renewed for more episodes. It was stuck in contract negotiations for a while, and with a hand-drawn picture by Justin Roiland on their social media accounts, they announced 70 more episodes.
Yes.
And my question to you guys, is that too many?
No way.
No.
I think
they've
that
had
might
three-
be like a little too much to like say out loud. Like I know a lot of times they're told that they have to announce something this way or this way.
Yeah.
Instead of like saying we're renewed for almost 7 more seasons, basically is what that is.
Yeah,
That would bring that 10 seasons, right?
Well, I was going to say,
be about 10 seasons in the whole, yeah.
how many?
Wasn't that how the end of episode 1 of season 3 ended? That Rick was saying that they were going to have.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I remember trying to retain that information.
How many
Yeah.
episodes do they do per
He says
season?
we're
Is
going to
it-
do 90
has to
more
be 10.
years.
Yeah, I
Because
think
we
it's
have
10.
three seasons so far, and
So,
there's
yeah,
only 30 episodes.
They're basically ballsily saying, we're getting 7 more
And-
seasons.
And
It's
it was
ridiculous.
Unless they put, like, I don't know, 35 episodes per season, and then we only get 6
right.
seasons.
No, it's a 70 episode, one more season.
One more
and that's
season.
what you get.
The episodes are only
73.
going to be 5 minutes long, but they're going to string together into one long episode as a feature-length movie.
What if
It's
gonna
all going to be online.
What if it's like the Futurama like movies, like where they're gonna give us a bunch of movies and then put it on TV? Like,
They're
there's,
mo-
there's
they're-
a season.
They're moving the show to Facebook Play. That's it.
Oh,
really
you know
really
what would
putting their
suck,
eggs in
though?
that basket.
Like Dan Harmon's had like a little like he's had some good success, but like Yahoo took over Communities last season.
Yeah,
I really would not like to see that happen to Rick and Morty
Yeah.
on Yahoo.
Plus, like the way he talks about it, he loves it, but he also gets annoyed when anyone even partially steps in. So how's he gonna feel when he starts running out of shit after like 30 episodes?
I don't think they'll ever run out of anything.
Man, that's
because
what the
literally,
Simpsons thought, and look where we're at.
literally most of their
still running,
episodes,
though.
like Pickle Rick, is they come up with the most childish thing they can, which could be anything, and build off that and take it seriously.
Yeah,
That's
that's
I
true.
listened to Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon talk about it, and they really just have a lot of fun just being themselves. And the only pressure that we all hear about is like fans and business and everything, trying to crash down on them. When really, they're trying to put out something that they love
Right.
at a good pace. I
Right.
guess.
People didn't fall in love with this thing being something else. They fell in love with it as it was, and that was just them doing their own damn thing.
Yeah.
So
It really was, because a lot of it's throwbacks from Dog World by Justin Roiland, a bunch of weird stuff.
yeah, I'm excited for it either
Yeah, me
way.
too.
Glad to see it got picked up. I would have been happy with just 10 episodes. So. Jamie Foxx is also in the news because he has officially been chosen to play Spawn in the upcoming movie, which is going to be Todd McFarlane's directorial debut.
Yeah.
Interesting. That could go either way.
That's the only thing I'm a little nervous about. Like the casting choice, in my opinion, I'm completely fine with.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Todd,
Yeah.
I
love
like
your
Jamie.
comics, love your writing for comics, but movies are a different game, you know?
I don't know. I can see his comic expertise transferring over into movies if done properly. I feel like his script could illustrate really well on screen.
If done improperly, though, I
It
think
could be
that
worse than the
kills it.
first.
I think it kills it from happening again, because what they've done, the animated movie, which people will say is okay.
Yeah, the animated like series, a little
Yeah.
mini series now on HBO.
Well, didn't they have an animated
Great.
movie too?
I don't think so.
Well, I know
it
they
was-
had the live action,
there was
which was.
The live action, which I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I feel like that's a guilty pleasure on you.
It is.
You're trying to love it like I tried to love Dragon Ball Evolution.
I'm the guy who also likes the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
I
So
appreciate
that tells
it.
you Alpha Spectre's.
I appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
I dig it. But I have not been a complete fan of the Super Mario movie.
Right.
Hey guys, we're live with a podcast. Right
Yeah,
now.
we're going live. We're doing our podcast right now. Yeah,
you guys want to grab a card? You
go
guys
ahead and
tune
take a
in,
card.
check us out.
Yeah, you could sit here and get a taste of what we do right here, right now. We're joined by some travelers of the con.
What's that cosplay you're doing?
Sokka from Fire Nation.
That's what I
Sokka
thought.
from the Fire
Yeah.
Nation. Really cool, yeah.
I think that's one of the first ones I've
What
seen
is
around
this
here.
guy, though? Like, this is...
Huh?
Sans.
I don't know what that is.
It's skeleton to some of us.
There you go. Good enough. I dig
It
it.
looks
I like
awesome,
how the
man.
lights change and stuff. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, you got
Hey,
that
by
flyer,
the way,
don't you?
they follow us on Instagram.
Oh, they
yeah.
follow us on Instagram, huh?
Yo,
Just
man,
like the
Makes the whole
infamous,
cosplay.
just like the
awesome, man.
infamous Bob Collins.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think if they do this correctly, though, have a good one, guys. They might have something really special. This will open the door for a lot more image books to become movies, which is
And I
a
think-
treasure trove there.
Well, what we've been seeing is Image Comics has broken into the television world a little bit here lately.
Yeah,
So now I think this is going to be a good push into movies.
yeah.
And like you said, if done right, this can bring a lot of movies like from comics that are
There's an Image comes out with some fantastic.
they
stories.
do.
Yeah.
It's,
So,
it's not like how the '90s Image was. Granted, Spawn is from the '90s Image, but nowadays everything that comes
Think
out
of
from
the-
Image is.
Think of a
Almost every
feature-length
single one.
God Country movie.
think
Oh
think
my
about
God,
a
yes.
Netflix series, Paper Girls.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
so this really actually kind of has a lot riding on it, but it is only in the very developmental stages right now. We have a script and a star, and that's pretty much it. I don't even think a studio's picked it up yet.
No,
so
there is a studio. I can't remember
Oh,
what
is
they're
there?
called. Yeah, they mentioned it in the announcement post.
There's
I
some
can't
sort of
remember what
off, like
Yeah,
you
it's
wouldn't
kind
know
of-
it by
yeah,
It's
name.
not like Universal or
or
Paramount or
Lionsgate
anything like that.
Yeah.
It's one that I have heard before, but it's not very well
Fair
known.
enough. Fair enough. But still, very developmental stages. We've seen movies at this place fall apart quick.
Yeah,
So,
we've seen movies further than this.
so don't get your hopes up too much, but just let's all hope this works out. Another thing that is happening, though, this is definitely happening. Batwoman is joining the Arrowverse, and we found out this news at the CW's Upfronts event this month with a giant poster featuring himself, Melissa Benoist, and how do you say her name? Benoit. Is that really with the S in there? Because usually it's an E for Benoit.
Yeah, Benoit.
I'm pretty
but
sure
this
it's
has
been
an
a while.
S.
But
By the way, I fuck everyone's name up on this podcast.
Hey,
Well,
welcome to the
that's
podcast
kind of
where we
our
get none of the
thing.
names
Grant,
right, none of the
fuck up
shows
people's
right.
Grant Gustin's up on this thing. They're all in costume amongst a ruined city with a red bat signal shining up in the sky behind them. And then Stephen Amell announces Gotham City and Batwoman will be joining the Arrowverse this December in the big crossover.
I'm pretty excited for this.
I
Yeah.
still get chills
Now,
And
about that.
and Bruce Wayne and Gotham City has been mentioned
Yep.
before
Yes.
in the Arrowverse.
And
And I don't
that's-
get to see anything.
that's what I'm wondering, though, is like how far are they going to push this? Obviously, they had already announced Batman if they were going to have Batman.
They need to have that.
And they've got to reference him at least. But if they're gonna bring Batwoman in, how far do you push this?
I
Like,
say
what do
you
do
push
with
it all the way.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, and
Batwoman wouldn't be here without Batman.
Well, you
No,
also
exactly.
got to think how stingy WB and DC are with their
Well,
characters
But
and stuff.
but we have got to see Superman and Supergirl, so it's not that.
yeah, and that was one thing we didn't think we were ever going to get.
I've strayed away from Gotham for some reason. I watched
it's pretty good.
I've seen,
season.
I think,
but I
the
haven't
first
watched
couple.
the other one.
They're doing 0 Year on this next season.
Are they?
Yeah, well, they're taking inspiration from 0 Year on
From-
Gotham for this final season that they're doing.
What's that?
Nice. What?
I remember you.
American Ranger.
Yes,
That
American
is
Ranger.
awesome.
Nice.
I got a picture
Yeah.
with him a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
No, it was just.
You would not believe what the costume looks like now.
Oh yeah, been through
Yeah.
some.
You were at Lexington, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Another
that's
con.
what it was.
For
That's
those
where we
listening,
saw it.
another con goer has joined us.
And I got very sick afterwards too. I had
Oh,
to
boy.
go to the hospital.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing you up. Actually, I think you're on our YouTube channel. we did a vlog for that was 2016, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I redid the mask.
Oh,
that's
very
awesome.
cool. Very
You see
cool.
the big box there?
Uh-huh.
That's a voice changer.
Oh,
that's
nice.
your head.
That's
That'd be
awesome.
perfect.
I wear that mask with Velcro over this.
That
Awesome.
was cool too.
Awesome.
And I put my eyeglass lenses in that particular mask. Now I can see.
Right.
I'm going around like this with the mask.
It's a game changer, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Be able to do everything that.
Getting back to what we were talking about, gentlemen.
That's
Another
pretty
question
awesome,
I
I
have
think.
is,
Thank you.
do you think that they will skirt the line and just try and play it safe and put Batwoman in an alternate universe from a different Earth, much like they've done with Supergirl?
I don't know, because with the mention of Bruce Wayne and Gotham City having already come up in the main Arrow
Bruce
Earth.
Wayne can exist without a Batman,
Right.
Yeah.
But
So, and we had this theory that when they were doing
Sorry, I'm
the
picking on
Flash.
Batwoman while we're talking about Batwoman.
Fair enough, very meta. But while they were talking about doing the Flashpoint event, we theorized that this would be a great way to merge Supergirl into their world, and they played it safe, and they didn't do that.
Yeah.
And that was pretty disappointing. So that's why I'm thinking maybe they'll do the same thing with Batwoman here.
Yeah, hopefully that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can see it working either way.
having so many boundaries in all these companies and all these shows and stuff with these characters really puts a damper on some of it. But you're
Yeah.
It does.
because you're really wanting it. But
Yeah.
you never know. It might happen these days.
Right.
I mean, it would be nice
Having a
to
lot of
see more characters exist on this same Earth.
Right.
But given some of the
I don't think it's that.
You can do
I don't think it's
loopholes
that
and ride
complicated.
around it.
Flash
maybe.
lives perfectly well on its own without ever crossing over with Arrow, and then even every now and again
I
they
love
do
Flash.
just a
Yeah.
tiny little thing. I
Yeah,
think
I mean,
Diggle
they'll-
was on an episode of Flash
Yeah.
recently.
other characters cross over. They talk about things that are happening with the other teams and other cities.
Yeah,
It's
it's not complicated. It's all just in the writing. And if we can sit here and come up with something like the Flashpoint Supergirl theory, and that'd be perfectly fine to do
Yeah.
and totally easy for them to do.
I mean, or are we just waiting on Crisis to happen to just make one Earth?
You know what? There are theories that this upcoming event is going to be Crisis.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard that. There's nothing official yet, but that's what everyone's theorizing.
Maybe that's what they're waiting for.
Towards. We'll have to wait and see. But another thing I wanted to talk to you guys and get your thoughts on this. This blew my fucking mind when I read it. Patton Oswalt recently came out with a Dark Knight theory about Joker's origins, and the theory states that Joker was formerly a military intelligence officer with extensive interrogation expertise. Oswalt specifically points out that this Joker is very good at the mind fuckery that sustained professional interrogators require. Things like when he's in the room with Batman, he's the one leading.
Yeah.
He's leading
when
the whole thing.
When he's with that gangster, he inflicts more of terror and fear into that guy, and
You
then
see him-
sympathy in Rachel.
Yeah, you see
Yeah,
his tone drop and
Yeah.
raise according to the situation.
It's like he even made the comment about I know the squealers when I see them.
Yeah, yeah.
I totally see that now.
So
I can't remember if do you remember it was in the Teen Titans book where Psy is being interrogated by Omen,
yeah,
and this whole time Psy thinks he's getting into her head and everything, and
but
she's
he's been flipping it back on her.
no, she's taking it oh, quit, pulling out all the drama in my life and stuff, and he's yeah, you're nothing basically, and then she's all right, thanks, I got everything I needed, and she was interrogating him basically the whole time.
Oh,
she was
okay.
in his
Yeah.
mind. The whole
Oh
time.
yeah. What was the event? I can't remember what it was called now. It was a big crossover event. Though.
Yeah, it was something to do where the Teen Titans, one of them was going to turn on him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No.
that's kind of what it reminds me of. I could see the Joker playing his part
But
so much
that's
to where he's
just two
getting
psychics
into him.
playing mind games, whereas this is because we don't know anything about this Joker and stuff.
Yeah.
So this is the first thing that's really felt perfectly into place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not no powers,
Yeah.
but I think he's getting what he wants by driving these people
Yeah.
crazy.
And so now
You
when
know,
I watch
he-
this movie, it's
he knows.
totally going to change this
Yeah.
movie for me. I haven't had a chance to sit down since reading it and checking this out again.
But it's just replaying it back in my mind.
Yeah.
It does. It changes your
That
whole outlook.
whole
and
interrogation scene with Batman, that's the one that's really got me like, oh my God, yeah, he gets Batman to assault him. He gets Batman to change the way he's doing things after he slams his head into the table. He manipulates Batman into going after Rachel.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
the
man.
whole
Oh
time.
my.
Yeah, he
You
does
just
the whole
witnessed
thing.
Travis's mind get blown.
Oh, he gets that. He manipulates that cop into assaulting him so he can escape.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, it's that just brings.
What did we chalk all this up to at one point? We're like,
Just
he's
he's
crazy.
the Joker.
He's a crazy guy.
He's the Joker. There you go. That's
That
all we had to
was-
go on.
From now on, no more of that. You can't just say.
From now on, we need Patton Oswalt.
And that reminds me though, we just got a book that has a Patton Oswalt story in it.
Yeah.
A Dan Harmon story.
Oh
in it.
yeah.
That was drawn by Gavin.
What was that
Gavin
one
Smith.
called? We hoard out a little bit.
It's back here.
You don't
But
remember
it's,
it all.
It's compiled of a few
It-
different ones. I
It
can
was
grab
a,
it.
it was a
grab
free
it.
comic book day book
Yeah.
that for some reason I don't think we got this year.
I can grab it.
Okay.
Like I don't remember it being
Trav's gonna go find it right now.
at the shop when I went to pick everything up.
Huh.
Like I don't remember seeing it in mine.
Yeah,
I never
I
got
don't
my
think
free comic book day stuff.
you don't get a
it
lot
for
of comic book
No.
stuff at all.
Alright. Okay. And yeah, it's actually like brought to you by Starburns Presents,
Oh,
which
cool.
is he's Starburns in the show Community.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so-
a production company.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
here's the book though. Starburns
Yeah.
Presents. I don't know what. I don't think it has a name.
I don't think I think it's just
called
like
Starburns
a
Presents.
collection
Yeah.
of different stories.
Yeah,
It's a collection
yeah.
of a few
So
different ones. It's
it,
got great artwork.
Kind of like the Marvel Presents books back in the
Yeah.
day.
yeah, and there's
the old
Patton
ones.
Oswalt in the front. So yeah, I think he should have some more involvement in.
You know, when I
comic
saw
books.
that, I thought that was Mark Hamill.
Yeah, it kind of does look like Mark Hamill.
then if you
Like
guys
Mark
are
Hamill
here
there.
at the con today and
Yeah.
you're tuning in, go over to Gavin Smith's booth over down by the Q&A
Yep,
section, and you can pick one up, check him out, check out his art.
Yeah, he's a great.
And also
dude.
stop by and tell us how much you love us or hate us or
Yeah,
come over here and tell us about your
disrupt the
cosplay.
podcast. Why not?
Yeah.
Keeping this theory train running, Jon Favreau's Star Wars series finally got a announcement, and that is that they intend on setting this first live action series 7 years after Return of the Jedi, and it's going to feature new characters. So, what do you guys think about this? What do you think this is going to fall specifically?
That's the guy from Swingers, right?
Yeah.
I hope they say, what, is that money? That's money?
Well,
That's so
But
money.
here's
Money.
something you got to consider going
That's
into
so
this
Jedi.
thing. He's the one who kicked off the MCU. He
I know,
directed
he's so
Iron
good,
Man.
man.
Yeah.
That's Imperial credits.
Like, I
Oh,
loved
yeah.
him in, I loved him in Swingers, but yeah, everything he's even done in the MCU is awesome.
Yeah.
It baffles me, like, how he got there. Like, I need to learn more about him.
Right, like
very
he
respectful.
gets to dip into all the fandoms.
All the good
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
He's
how
got
did
his
he get there?
pick of the litter for
You know?
some reason.
He's really good at what he does.
But with his style, I think that how they've been talking about Star Wars, what is it, Underworld?
Yeah,
Keep talking about Star Wars Underworld. It was supposed to be a game, then they wanted it to be a show, and then we didn't hear anything. I think that's what this should be. I really think he could handle a seedy underbelly of the Star Wars
Oh,
universe.
yeah.
We get to follow
Yeah.
some bounty hunters or something. Maybe
Or
boss
even-
comes in at some point.
Yeah,
right?
like get some mafia kind of workings in the Star Wars.
An
universe. There's
IG-88
so
show.
much.
Have you guys
Just IG-88 the whole time.
Have you guys seen the meme or whatever that's been going around where it says you get to pick one movie to be made, and it's like
Yeah,
these options?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
9 different movies. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
Kenobi, Boba Fett.
Revan or
So many of them I don't
But,
give a shit about.
The one I would like to see is if they did a Yoda story.
I don't
I
want
would
that.
like to see Yoda.
And here's
Everybody
Kenobi.
says Kenobi's the big one.
Kenobi.
I'm on Kenobi.
I'm okay with Kenobi.
I also wouldn't mind a Boba Fett,
I love Yoda more than anything.
but Yoda.
He's so mysterious.
Yoda or Kenobi would probably be my best.
I don't want Yoda because that's the thing about Yoda. His backstory is so long span,
And keep it that
900
way.
years, and there's so much that's happened there. We don't even know the name of his race.
I wanted to start at his
Yeah.
birth, but it's like a Benjamin Button movie.
Yeah, but
They're
we don't-
carrying Yoda around.
we don't know the name of Yoda's race, and that adds so much to this character. I don't want taken away.
Or it's
Like-
more like Kung Pao, where he's like born and he's the chosen one.
But they have in the comics, they did do, and I don't think it was very far back. I think it was like 60, 70 years before the events of episode 1 maybe.
Oh,
But yeah, it's just this little side story of Yoda going to this planet with all these very force-sensitive rocks, and people are praying to this mountain or something. But it's a little bit of backstory, but it's not really backstory. It's just a story that has Yoda.
I assume they've had like this and this
So-
and this, but
So
like
if they
we
do
don't
something
have
like that, I'd be down for a Yoda, but
okay, in this show, like, what would be one big character that hasn't gotten a lot of attention you would like to see kind of play more of a role in?
Mace Windu.
That would actually fit
Bring him
into
back.
that timeline.
that would fit within there.
I don't know when it's supposed to take place.
Boba Fett. Boba Fett fits
But
perfectly
he's,
in there.
but he's supposed to be dead by that point.
But
Um,
in Legends continuity,
supposed to be.
he makes his way out of the
In
Starlight
Legends,
Pit.
God,
Oh right, yeah.
Okay, they borrow heavily from Legends continuity for almost
Yeah.
everything now. Han and Chewie meeting, it's pretty tweaked, but that they pretty much took from Legends continuity for that movie. We're not going to
fair
go into
enough.
spoilers on that, but you know that Han and Chewie meet in the movie. You have
Yeah.
to going into that.
yeah.
But no. So I mean, why not pull that in?
Yeah,
That's what I want to say.
That's why.
I think
It's
it's
fucking
totally gonna be
mental.
awesome with all new characters.
What
in
if it's a
general.
show
You know
that-
there will be.
What if it's a show that follows like the last remaining clones, like the last 2 or 3
I would watch
clones?
that.
That would be
What if it's a
interesting.
show
Be
that
something like-
follows like the veteran soldiers of the Ewok tribes? And
No, what if they
like they have like PTSD for like smashing
The
people.
home life
Are
of
you
the
kidding me?
cantina workers.
if those bears
Right.
were anything other than murderous creatures, I would be surprised because they took right to it.
I heard
They
it was
knew
gonna
what
be,
they were doing.
What about that one worker on the Death Star that always worked right next to that exposed laser? Like the story of his like
Yeah.
how he
How did he
gained all
apply
this
and get that
radiation.
job?
And
I
like,
think
just
they
trying to
should
make
just-
a buck for his family.
Well, I
They
think
should
it's
just
gonna be.
try their hand at Ewoks again. They failed back in the
Right.
70s. Just try it again.
Make
what were you
them
gonna say,
more
Trav?
menacing.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be filmed like The Office, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Testimonials and stuff.
Oh my god!
They're-
If we could just have Death Star crew members.
Imperials.
Yes, exactly. Like what was that skit with Kylo Ren?
Oh yeah,
And he
the
was at work-
undercover boss.
Undercover boss. That was so funny. And that was before I seen the movie, and now I'm like, wow, that was.
I wouldn't mind like a slapstick. Here's how you do
slapstick?
Boba Fett, and this is what they were saying on a way better podcast than ours, the Weekly Planet. They were
I've never
saying
heard
you
of
do
that.
it one of 2 ways. You either make him the badass everyone believes he's going to be, or make him just a buffoon that accidentally skirts his way through situations.
Yeah.
Even if you're going to bring him out of the Sarlacc pit, make it by a series of
You mean
wild
like
accidents.
Star-Lord or something? Like kind of
No.
fumbles his way into success.
Why not both?
Well, not success, but fumbles his way out of danger.
No, more like MacGruber.
Oh,
like
piece of celery.
Because that's how he goes out. That's how he goes out in Jedi, is a MacGruber type. Woo!
Oh wow.
Does he have the Wilhelm scream when he goes into the Sarlacc pit? Yeah. So yeah, you do it one of those 2
But
ways.
I would love to see if it's like like you said, like the clones, like last remaining clones. It
Yeah,
reminds
that'd
me
be
of
interesting.
reminds
See
me of
what
like Sam
happened.
Rockwell in the movie Moon,
Yeah.
where he finally finds out that he's like the 5th generation
Yeah.
of clone of himself.
Yeah.
Like,
Sometimes.
What if it's a clone who forgot he's a clone?
Sometimes they deal with that stuff in the books, like how they
Cool.
dealt with Jar Jar, which was just the right way to do it. Kill him off in disgrace in like a 1-paragraph section of a book. Good on you.
Also,
But-
he's not a Sith master.
Yeah,
Right.
Fuck that. Stupid. I've hated that ever since I heard it.
A lot
Now
of
it's
people came to me with
wrong.
that, and I'm like,
Now
oh.
you're all wrong. And guess what? They never even did it in Legends continuity. So guess what? It's just all wrong.
It's just stupid.
See, he's so
Alright.
bored by that too. But no, yeah, I don't know if they've handled the clone thing in the books, but that might be an
Yeah,
interesting
dealing
way
with
to go.
being a clone. I think that's you know, I gotta go start writing a book. You know?
We also got more news on the Fox acquisition by Disney. Turns out Comcast is tossing their hat into the ring. They announced that they're in the advanced stages of preparing an all-cash offer for 21st Century Fox's key assets to rival Disney's $52.4 billion all-stock bid. So we're talking like cash in hand versus we'll give you a piece of our pie.
I like pie.
With the idea that the cash will be more appealing to Fox's shareholders. However, Disney did make. They haven't made any final decision or anything. They're with being that with it being previously reported that Comcast was planning to submit the offer only if their AT&T acquisition from Time Warner goes through. And then recently Disney came out and said, like, check it out. We're not worried about it.
Yeah, we got all the money.
We feel real good about ours, and if we have to, we're going to outbid Comcast because they're fucking Comcast versus Disney.
Disney has
Comcast.
all the money.
Okay.
Not like all the money of a certain area of a certain thing. They have all the money.
Hashtag SMP, hashtag fuck Comcast.
So Comcast is planning on bringing $52.5 billion cash somewhere. That's not.
No, they're talking about bringing more money to the table than that in all cash. Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to transfer
loose
this
change.
ridiculous amount,
Yeah.
a ridiculous amount of cash to try to outbid them. They're not going to get robbed.
Yeah.
They're not going
I've
to get
got
knocked
somewhere to
over.
go.
Yeah, no, I think this is just a full effort on. I mean, I don't know. You're going after some
You know what?
pretty heavy IP there, but
Comcast is just trying to get attention. Be like, oh, Comcast is going to buy this out. Better sign up with them.
well, here's my whole play with the whole thing. Obviously, I want the Marvel properties to go to Disney, so it's all under one roof.
Yeah.
But Fox also owns Die Hard as a key asset, and I don't want to see a Comcast Die Hard film. I want to see a Disney Die Hard film. I want to see
with
how
musical numbers and
Oh, no, come on now.
Now
Well,
I really
mate,
want to
you
see
know
an
what?
animated Disney
He
Die Hard.
he rode a jet and then jumped after it exploded. So, why not? Let's just throw whatever in
There's
there.
gonna be like cameos,
Talking
like
animals.
Disney characters.
Right. But that is
He
not
has a
the
piano
only.
off with Donald Duck.
That's not the only troubling movie news Disney is dealing with right now. The armor for Iron Man, which is being held at an extremely secretive, and this is quote the thing I read, prop storage facility in LA, which was last seen by the facility's owners in February. They were unable to locate it this April, and they contacted the LAPD when they failed to locate it again earlier this month. So the report doesn't specify which version of the armor was stolen, but it's valued at $320,000, and it's assumed to be Mark III.
Yeah,
so
it would be Mark III if it's the red and
So,
gold one. Because
yeah.
Mark I was the one he made in the cave.
Well,
Mark II was the silver one.
they
Mark III,
haven't specified which armor it is, though. They've only specified that it was an armor being stored at this facility for a long time now. And so a lot of people are assuming it's from the first movie. It's Mark III, because that's the one you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so basically, someone's man
got
cave
sweet
just
Iron
got
Man
a
outfit.
hell of a lot cooler.
Right? Because what do you do with that? You don't
Show
wear it
You can't
out.
sell it.
Yeah, you don't cosplay with that son of a bitch.
I mean, get around
could.
and it stares
You really
yourself in the
could.
mirror with an
You,
Iron
you
Man.
can't sell it because if you try to sell it, you're gonna get caught.
Right, that's gonna raise.
Like,
But you really could wear it as cosplay. You just be like, I built this. I mean,
I made it.
People would believe it,
This is true.
but I mean,
I
What would- okay.
like to believe that it's somebody that works at that facility, and like I said earlier, they
Right.
pulled like a Johnny Cash one piece at a time, and just like took the gloves one day, the boots one day,
There's
leg
the
pieces,
janitor.
until finally it's
There's the
all of it. It's every bit of it.
He's putting like
You
little
just
pieces
sitting
in
at
the
home,
trash and then
drinking
taking that
beer.
trash bag
I
home and
took
then
it
taking
one piece
out.
at a time, and at the con I was looking fine. You'll know it's me when I walk to your booth.
with that Iron Man suit.
What would you guys
Oh,
do
God.
if you had stolen this suit? What would be the first thing you would do with this Iron Man costume?
I would literally
get
put
drunk
myself in public. because
Yes.
no
It
one
feels
would
very
believe it.
Tony Stark thing to do is to
Yeah.
get drunk in the Iron Man suit.
I mean, it's very Iron Man 2 of you.
Deadpool did it
Yes.
first.
I would immediately have
Masturbate.
surgery to lose enough weight to fit into it and wear it everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Chad, what are you doing with that son of a bitch?
I'd lay in it half naked and stare at myself.
So stare at yourself.
Because it's sexier that way.
Are we
Otherwise,
talking
you
like-
don't know it's me.
Are we talking mirror on the roof?
It's just for me, yeah.
Yeah, mirror
You
or
just-
mirror on
You-
the ceiling.
you
I'm
mount the
Iron
mirror to
Man
the
now.
ceiling, You're just like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I can't do nothing with this, but I am Iron Man. Loving life.
I'm beautiful.
Right?
I'm broke, but
My
I still got
first
the
thought
sweet
was
suit.
Instagram posts. That's a dead giveaway that I just
Start a whole like Twitter account. Like,
What would you do with it? I would just make posts that says, "Look what I just stole."
I make a Twitter account for the suit. Like, it makes its own tweets. Like, chilling
You tweet
over it.
as your Iron
I
Man.
wasn't stolen. I ran away.
Right. Wasn't stolen. I ran away.
I needed to live my life.
Honestly, I think I'm going Bobb's right here. Just get drunk in the suit, walk around the neighborhood, maybe verbally accost people. But you're Iron Man. Who cares?
Yeah, man. To be honest, yeah, we'd probably.
You're right.
Get in
I
a
would
fight
just show
with
up
the
on
neighborhood.
sets.
Yeah, like the
toughs.
first thing I said, like, just put yourself out there. No one's gonna believe it's like the movie. Like, see, like,
Right?
I'm just put
I'd go
myself
to
out there.
you know what? I'd go to work in it.
Yeah, do
Go
whatever
to
you
work
want with it.
full on dress as Iron
No
Man.
one,
just
no one
show
down
up
here is
as
gonna be
Iron
like,
Man, they're
oh, I
like,
know who to call.
I get fired. Who cares, man? Who
Who
cares?
cares? I have an Iron Man.
I'm
Man.
fucking Iron Man. Moving on from that, we actually have talked about this in theory a lot of times, but now we got some official news. The Pokemon Company made a couple of cool announcements, one of which is called Pokemon Quest, which we're not going to talk about because honestly, I don't fully understand what it is.
I didn't look into that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was in the post, but I read it. I don't know what it is. It's something that does something for something, and it's really cool, apparently.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sure.
But far more importantly, it seems the Pokemon games we've come to love are finally coming to console with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. And basically what the report says is that these are being modeled after the classic Pokemon Yellow version, while the trainer displays features like a capture mode similar to Pokemon Go, a two-player mode,
Yeah.
which looks like the Pokeball can be used. It's a Joy-Con as well. And this Pokeball Joy-Con actually holds Pokemon as like kind of a Tamagotchi type on-the-go thing.
It's all compatible with your Pokemon Go too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take your
There's
with that Pokeball. You can like take your Pokemon from your Pokemon
Yeah,
Go,
yeah. That's
take it
one
to
of the
your
features.
system, take it to your friend's house.
That's one of the features it's boasting the most here, is that it is interactive with your Pokemon Go account. I think you can only transfer Gen 1 Pokemon from your Pokemon Go to...
Well, I looked a little bit more into it. It doesn't, as of right now, it doesn't seem that you'll be able to use the Pokemon from Pokemon Go in the Pokemon game. They're going to be transferred to what's called the Go Park or something like that in the game. So you can interact with them in the Switch version, but you can't actually use them, or so it seems right now.
That's a little bit of a
okay.
bummer.
That's kind of how it is every time. Like they put them out, like we think it's gonna be like this,
Yeah,
but it's like a
fuck it.
little
Doesn't
different. They tinker them all the time. Like
But
when Pokemon Go was coming out, we all thought it was gonna be can't remember. There was a whole
Like
lot of
trainer versus
speculation.
trainer.
Yeah, we never got
You
that.
still don't even have trading.
You know what? The one thing that
Jesus.
people asked for, they never gave us. So like tons of people quit.
Well,
and they still make more to the game.
this one is definitely going to be a more based on the RPGs, the old Pokemon games, because you can see there's Pokemon battles going on.
There's a lady Deadpool.
I follow that guy on
You
Instagram.
follow that guy on Instagram. That's your classic catchphrase. It looks like gyms are going to be an option in this.
Hey, I follow that guy on Instagram.
That's what I
I
heard.
follow that guy.
Cool. Everyone
So cool.
can't right in front of the camera. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Let's talk
Say hi,
about the
Tiffany.
cosplay a little bit more. No, back to Pokemon.
I follow that guy.
Damn it.
I follow that Pokemon on Instagram.
Follow
You know,
that
that's
Pokemon on
probably
Go.
not impossible. There are probably people who have just, I'm a Charmander. Here's my Instagram.
Probably.
But no, it looks like Pokemon battles are going to be a thing in this, but maybe they'll be more exclusive to just encountering in-game NPC trainers and Pokemon gym badges, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like the capture method, like running into wild Pokemon, which are no longer random occurrence. They're sitting
You
out
see
there.
them.
Yeah, you can see them roaming around in the grass
That's awesome.
in the trailer. It
trailer.
doesn't seem like this is going to be a weaken them to capture them. It looks like it's going to be purely Pokemon Go as far as the capture method goes. So That seems pretty excited.
The trailer though looked like it was really awesome. Like when they started out like filming, and you're riding the character's riding the bike, and you go home, and then Pikachu waits for you to unlock the door, and then Pikachu runs in. And,
yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Right, I would love it.
We'll let her whore out her Instagram here in a minute.
Right.
But,
we've had a few people pop in. We actually got.
Oh, did we?
We have that person over there.
Oh, did you? Do you want to whore out your Instagram?
She's right there. See?
Black cat.
No.
Come here.
Come here. Come around the table. Do you want to tell people where they can find you on Instagram and everything? Okay. These are the mics right here, so just speak into them.
Just talk loud.
Hi,
Yeah.
my name is Rachel Mullen, and you can find me on Instagram or Facebook, but I'm most on Instagram. XX Miss, like MISS_Kitty XX.
Yeah, we'll put that down in the description below. That's how you can find her.
_Kitty XX. Right?
Obviously, you can tell she knows what she's doing.
I'm pretty sure she's there's some pictures on the SMP Instagram page with her. I know
Oh,
she
they are?
was Spider-Man at Lexington,
Spotlight?
and what else were you
Yeah,
like?
Cool.
I did Mara Jade, Spider-Man, and Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
Okay, yeah, I think we
1970s
definitely got the Valkyrie.
That's versatile.
I suddenly
Yeah.
feel like my wallet has gone missing.
And
Though.
I'm a professional princess.
Did Bob steal your wallet?
I think Black
I
Cat
can't
just stole her
stop
wallet.
waving.
Right? You kind of have to.
Now, further on in the story, they also announced that there is an all-new Core Series RPG title in development for the second half of 2019, so coming late next year. But they haven't announced whether this is for Switch, if it's going to be for
Everything going forward, Pokemon-wise, right now,
because they
is
did
Switch.
say that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were the last Core Series
Yes.
games for the handheld.
So
I gotta wonder, is this what we've been talking about this whole time?
Yeah.
This open world RPG
Yes.
that we've been wanting?
that's
Yes.
that.
I want
Those
to
are
Switch.
the rumors. That's what
Yeah.
is being discussed.
Am I going to be
This
able
is
to
our
look in
sandbox
chests and
Pokemon
find
game.
like, here's some repellent and 10 Pokeballs in the trash can?
You notice what that cosplay is right there? That's Napier from White Knight.
We gotta
Oh.
stop.
I'm sorry. I
We
gotta
gotta,
help it. Your
we
cosplay
gotta
is
stop
awesome.
stopping for the cosplay.
Voting Napier this
Here, check us out.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Jack Napier.
I hope you got that on
Yeah.
the mic too. Like,
I hope so.
Probably. This one probably picked him up. Yeah. But yeah, so we are finally going to get
Yeah.
our big old RPG
As-
open world Pokemon
As far as I
game.
can tell,
Yeah.
this is a sandbox Pokemon game with a new generation of
Now,
Pokemon
is this,
coming.
have you looked into sources on this?
This was towards the end of the article and video that I looked up.
Okay.
This is just purely
from-
own speculation.
No, this was, I think the video and article that I got was on IBM.
confirmed.
So, that's what the speculation is that this is the sandbox Pokemon RPG.
I can't afford to drop the $300 I'm about to drop on a Switch right now. I'm done.
I may
We're
pick up
leaving.
video games again. That's it.
No, I'm taking it all with me.
You're away.
Well, I just thought I already own a Switch.
Right?
To my son.
Yeah, you both own Switches, you sons of bitches.
Well,
Oh,
you
you
switch
rhyme.
bitches. You
Yeah,
switch bitches.
yeah, why don't you guys just go play 2-player together?
Oh, God.
Why haven't we
We
done
love
that?
each other so much.
Why haven't you done that?
because my son's always on a Switch, so
You,
I'm probably going to have to buy a whole another Switch just for myself.
Yeah.
He won't even let me play Mario Odyssey unless he's
you
stuck on a
Switch
boss
bitches
battle.
can go live on Twitch.
Yeah,
We
that's
can switch. We can be bitch.
Switch
bitch
bitches on Twitch.
on your Switch on Twitch.
Twitch bitches
Oh
on
my God.
Switch. There you go.
No, Switch
you
bitch
go.
on Twitch.
That's a new T-shirt. We just got a new T-shirt, gentlemen. Also, I know I didn't write this into the show, but it's something that came up I think like yesterday. But did you guys see where they dug up the original demo for Pokemon Gold and Silver?
Yes.
And they had all these sprites that they left on the cutting room floor, Pokemon they didn't use.
No.
this was the demo for Gold.
Yeah.
It was a demo for Gold, and all these other Pokemons and evolutions
Yeah,
were there.
and they had a bunch of different
They-
baby ones.
Yeah, but
Okay.
they technically don't count at all.
You know how
They're not in
how
it.
Vulpix is the cutest Pokemon?
Not anymore.
Whoa, look
I
at
can-
baby Vulpix, man.
Apparently,
I swear to God, your estrogen is gonna kick in full gear.
Joe
You're
Duo
fire
had
off immediately.
Joe Duo had a baby form with 3 heads for some reason, because it would go from 3 heads to 2
one.
heads to 3 heads.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we just go 1, 2,
yeah.
3?
They had
Yeah.
concept starters, and I won a Flambear. so much. His little evolution. He's
Hmm.
adorable little fire bear, and then he evolves into these like Dragna bear or something. Like,
Adorable Fire Bear is actually my nickname for Odle.
But
Right.
they had an
I
evolution.
think it's time for you to get a new nickname. Maybe this is the podcast.
Fire Bear.
Adorable Fire Bear.
No, not Fire Bear. It's a Flam Bear.
Flam Bear.
But anyways,
The adorable Fire
they
Bear.
had
Odle.
like a billion. There's Ditto supposed to evolve.
yeah.
Togepi was never supposed to evolve.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
wow.
you read the article?
I skimmed through it. I was
Oh,
at work.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It's really
apparently,
cool though. Yeah. really fun.
Pinsir was supposed to have an evolved form like Scizor at the same time.
Yeah. Didn't
but yeah,
Pinsir eventually got one though? I think
Yeah.
Mega
Yeah.
Evolution.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But
Which
it's
I've
like-
always hated Mega
It
Evolution.
was literally like
just make a new evolved form.
It was literally like 75 different off the beaten path characters,
Yeah.
basically, that they either reworked,
I'm
colored,
gonna have to check this out
renamed.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool. It's on the Sort of My Comics
Yeah.
page where you guys can look at any of today's
People have been
stories.
looking for it for like what 20 years. They said.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
because
wow! So
there's
this
been,
has been a thing that's
there's
been
been-
known about.
like fakes, basically,
Okay.
like emulators. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But someone
hope-
actually got to get into the code, I guess, and
Yeah.
find out, you know, all
because
the
you
stuff.
have your Pokemon ROM hacks that
Yeah.
come out. I really hope someone does a Gold and Silver and they put these characters back
That's
in.
what made me think,
Yeah.
because it's like 75 new legendary characters. I
Because-
was like, what?
Because I'm assuming
Or
in
they
the
just
demo,
found 75 new characters from 20 years ago.
I'm assuming the
Am I?
demo has the types, the attacks, all the information on, like the coded
Yeah.
information
That
about
was also
these.
supposed to be different
Yeah.
too. Like Umbreon was supposed to be like not psychic.
Umbreon was dark.
Umbreon was dark.
Lynx was supposed to be like psychic. Girafarig was supposed to be like a dark type. Rock Rip. I
Yeah.
think it's normal now.
No, I think it's psychic.
Dark Psychic. Yeah.
Dark or psychic. I don't
It's
know.
grass, fire, electric, whatever. It's a mouse Pokemon.
But
It's
no,
a dragon.
it's pretty cool. I really hope we see a ROM hack where
Yeah.
people take the code and they just add it back into the game.
Get wild with it.
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
Oh.
Well, guys, we've had a lot of fun here at the con today
Oh, yeah.
already. We've had a lot of
And
fun
we still
going
have a
live.
lot of time. We still got
There's
hours
still plenty of
and
time,
miles to go before we sleep.
right?
What was that
Right.
movie?
I don't even think we went a full hour on this one, guys. I think
Not
we
quite.
really
I think
cut
we
it
have.
under. We did a
Not
good.
even that. We're
We did
right under
a
an
good
hour.
run on this. I don't see
Wait,
it.
Like 4 minutes
let me
short of
see
that.
what Ronnie got in
Hold
there.
on, let me see
57
it.
minutes.
Let's what is that? What have we done already?
What, dude?
Is that,
Is
yeah.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think we've been on there for a while.
But guys, if you liked this episode, like it. Subscribe if you loved it. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit the bell down below if you want to know when the newest videos and other podcasts go up. Comment your thoughts on any of today's stories down below. And please share this episode
Come
on
back for the
social
guns.
media.
Share buttons over here
Ooh,
somewhere.
Wait a minute. I forgot about one thing. The
Oh,
polls.
Two
The
others.
polls. You guys want to talk about the polls that we put out
Napoleon.
on
Like
Facebook?
stripper poles?
North
or-
Pole, South Pole. You know?
Western Hemisphere.
Do you guys want to talk about the polls while we're here? Save them. Guys, we are starting to do weekly polls on the Subject to Change Entertainment Facebook page. So watch that every day. Actually, I think the new one just went up today. So so go there, check that one out. It is a Who Wore It Best in Jigsaw from the Punisher series season 2, which is coming up, or the Punisher Warzone movie. So go to there, get your vote on.
That's a good
And
one, too.
we promise I'm going to start writing this into the show. Next episode, we will talk about our polls.
What, we're going to talk about our what?
Hey, what's new? You know? But
Come
thank you
SAP,
very
we
much
talk
for
about
checking
our
out this episode. My name is Vincent Herman, Vin the Human.
Bob Collins, Boba Fett.
James Odle, Alpha Spectre.
Travis Herman, Dr. T. Neal.
And cue that live from Tricon outro music.